Business owners, what are 3 actions that you should be doing once you determine that you're in charge of a particular element? That's what we're going to talk about today in part 5 of Being Productive, episode number 481 on our 333. Small business owners, solopreneurs, we're talking this week about being productive. And yesterday we talked about do it, delegate, or defer it. But what about those things that you are responsible? What action should you be taking? We're going to talk about your projects, next steps, and waiting reminders. Business tip number 1, your projects are the only things that you should be working on. You should be working on the elements that only you can do, right? You have a team, you have a staff that can do it. What are the things that you should be working on? You should have a list of the projects that are open, whether it be customers, whether it be services. Which projects are you working on? Your task needs to fit in that. And if it doesn't fit in that, you go back to the previous step about whether you should be doing it or deferring it or giving it downstream to your support staff. Business tip number 2, you need to only be focusing on the next step action. If you can't complete whatever that is, focus on the very next necessary step, and anything that isn't finished is going to go back into your calendar or whatnots for the continuation of the step. You're going to break projects down into small little pieces, and you're going to focus on the part of it that you can do before you defer it to somebody else. Or, business tip number 3, you should have some sort of tickler file on you're waiting on something as a reminder back. Maybe you're waiting on a piece of feedback from a client. If you're like us building websites, you might be waiting on content. You're waiting on a certain shipment if you're assembling parts or whatnots. But you should have some sort of mechanism to keep track of the things that you're waiting on. So we're focusing on our projects. We're working on our next actions. We have some sort of list of how we're keeping track of what we're waiting on. We'll talk tomorrow about the particular software pieces to help you be organized. But that's what you need to do to be productive. Anything I learn, I throw over the fence to you because I want you guys to be productive. Now go back to sleep.